Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we are at a very crucial turning point in the market. Altcoins have been running very hard in the last really 2 days, but honestly for the last 3 weeks. We've had 3 weeks of Bitcoin dominance dropping. I'm going to go through some of the total market caps. I'm going to go through Bitcoin dominance, some of the other dominance of other altcoins. We're going to go look at a couple altcoin charts and see, should you be FOMOing in right now with full leverage, going all in on everything, selling your house, or should be waiting for some more days here to confirm what's happening. So, all right, let's go. So very first thing, Bitcoin dominance has been literally dropping for 3 weeks, and that is good. We have not seen 3 weeks straight of dropping on Bitcoin dominance since right back here at the end of the year in 2024. Right after the elections, that we saw 3 weeks of down for Bitcoin dominance. Obviously, this does not look the same. These are much smaller candles, right? This was a drop of 11.4%. And right now we're only dropped about 1.86%. So it's a big difference, but we have seen multiple days in a row of dropping on Bitcoin dominance. Now, it's not as significant as some of these other ones, right? But we are at a crucial turning point for Bitcoin dominance. I've talked about this many times, but if you go zoom out here on the weekly and you go look at the weekly closes and you draw some lines through these, even this one, right? 1, 2, 3 weekly touches of Bitcoin dominance, and we have rejected off this. Now, another kind of scary thing, if you're all the way in altcoins, is sometimes on the fourth test of resistance, sometimes you break it. So we could see higher Bitcoin dominance, and we could see altcoins drop yet again. And there's kind of something else that goes with that piece of data. We'll talk about that in the total market cap and some other things. So it kind of is going to be like an if-then statement, right? If we break these certain milestones, then I think we'll continue to see some huge pushing up on Bitcoin and altcoins. If we get rejected by it, we might see some big pullbacks. So let's talk about what those are. Another thing that is commonly talked about is Total 3 minus USDT minus USDC divided by Bitcoin. This is basically the strength of the altcoin market. And we're at, again, a very critical turning point because we have broken down from this support here and we're retesting this resistance right here. If we get rejected from this point here, we could see a big pullback in altcoins. Now, this could be from Bitcoin running like crazy or Bitcoin going down. So we'll talk about Bitcoin after we talk about some of these total market caps, but that's one of the metrics. Another one is just this total 3 minus USDT divided by Bitcoin. This one looks very similar, but this one we've actually kind of broken back out of it. So this one's a little bit more interesting. So these are kind of conflicting because this one we're at, resistance or support, depending on which side you're coming from. And this one, we're a little bit above it. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. If we go look at total market cap, this is all of everything, all of the crypto market. You can see we're at another very important milestone. We have this descending triangle. This is kind of a bull flag, right? So this is actually a continuation pattern. So, we've had this big move up and now we're just kind of consolidating in this triangle pattern. And then if we break out, these usually break up because this is a continuation pattern because the last move was up and then we consolidate and then up, okay? We did not see it here, but you can see this kind of wasn't the same, right? So this is, lower highs, higher lows. Is it really a higher low? Yes, we can use this as a low, high, low, high, low, high. But this one kind of throws it out a little bit, but this was the tariff drama, wasn't it? No, this was not the tariff drama. So that was, I don't know, there's so much tariff drama randomly all the time, so it could be. But this one is most likely going to be a continuation pattern. Now, the thing we need to worry about is this other orange line right here. You can see this descending orange line. We need to get out of that as well. So we need to break up above this, and then we need to break this as well. And then it's pretty much home, free home here, We can see, again, if I zoom way out, I'm expecting to see a big move all the way up to like almost 10 trillion market cap. So that'd be pretty cool if that happens. Is it going to happen right now? I don't know. Is it going to happen at the end of the year? It could be, right? So we could get rejected here. We could go back down and then, maybe September, October, November, we could finally get out of here. So that would be quite annoying. But total 3, this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this one is like the altcoins, but it's a little bit different than others. This one has basically broken back above the bull market support band. So this is very strong as well. Again, critical point, very close. We need to break above this orange line and get out of here. And then we're going to see some big running. And another reason why this is super critical is the others market is trying to break through the bull market support band. That's this white area of moving averages. If we can get above this, boom, we're going to see some other big moves as well. Now I'm sure we have a line like this as well. So we need to kind of watch out for that. But this is very critical zone. Again, we need to break the bull market support band and break this orange line. And then we're going to get out of here. USDT. Now this is basically on support here. And this is also extremely crucial. Like right now, it's actually insane. If this breaks down, that means people are getting out of stable coins and going into the cryptocurrency market. So when this goes up, it's bad for all of crypto. When it goes down, it's good because, you know, you don't want a lot of people just holding their money in USDT because that means they don't have a lot of faith in cryptocurrencies, right? They're in stables, so they're kind of just like waiting it out. But again, if you go back to this daily, you can see we're at very critical support. Again, if this breaks down, we're going to see a big run from a lot of different cryptocurrencies, right? Bitcoin dominance, we talked about that. ETH dominance. We're breaking out of the bull market support band. So this is, again, good for altcoins. If we continue and close a couple daily closes out of here, or maybe even some weekly closes above this bull market support band, you can see we have actually never closed weekly above this yet. We've always closed below it. And this might be the first week. If we can make it to the end of the week with ETH still high, ETH dominance, this is a clear breakout out of ETH dominance, which usually means we're going to see a very big run for altcoins. You can see when we're up here going up, this is a big run, right? And then this is kind of consolidation and then back down. This is bad for altcoins. ETH dominance usually leads. So when this starts going up and then others will follow, right? A lot of these other cryptocurrencies. Sol dominance hanging out there. XRP dominance trying to get out of the bull market support band. Might see a run on XRP. Litecoin dominance continuing to kind of stay bottomed. It's rolling over. Not a lot of progress. If this starts to break back above the bull market support bands, we'll see some big performance for Litecoin. BNB kind of out of here, but kind of holding this horizontal support. SUI dominance bounced off this moving average. It still has the bull market support bands above it. ADA dominance has started to move back up, but I still feel like we're going to come back down to here. You know, maybe we see something like a move up into this bull market support band, a rejection, a move down here, and then finally some moves up. So maybe that's what I'm kind of expecting for ADA. Crow dominance, I don't look at too often, but we're technically on the weekly potentially going to close above the bull market support band. We did do it one other time and then it got rejected. So we'll see what happens there. But that is looking positive. Now, Crow is pumping right now because I don't know, last time it did this big move like this, and look at this single candle. That's because Trump filed the Trump Liberty Financial whatever filed for an ETF that's like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, XRP, and Crow randomly. I don't know why Crow. It's kind of weird, but is what it is. Doge dominance is looking whatever there. Okay. ETH dominance. It is also breaking out of here. Very interesting. Sol Bitcoin. We have a while to get to the bull market support band. We could get rejected there like we did recently in May, but we'll see what happens. Bonk has been ripping, absolutely ripping. And maybe we're just retesting the bull market support band and then we're going to rip again. That's totally possible. Litecoin Bitcoin is kind of just consolidating. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen here. It's just been consolidating for a while. Last time it consolidated, we did a pull towards the bull market support band. We could see that again. Maybe we'll break it. That'd be pretty cool for all the Litecoin holders out there. ENS is kind of making a higher low. This is a nice little double bottom. Honestly, ENS might be a good kind of trade right now. This is basically a double bottom here. That's interesting. Let me look at ENS actually real quick while I'm in here. Let's go over here. Let's go to ENS. How's ENS? Interesting. It's trying to break through the bull market support band. That might be a good trade. That's a double bottom. We had the weekly low here, and we're only up 16%. That could be nice. I mean, last time we hit the weekly, it was a 100% move. This was a really big move on the weekly. That was like a 200% move. This weekly low kind of failed, but it was still about a 30% move. This one might be interesting. This one might be interesting. If ENS can close above the bull market support band, that might be quite big ETH is above the bull market support band, so that's showing some strength. So I just saw the double bottom here. When you're looking for big trades, I mean, you can see the double bottom here and then a rip. Here's a lower and then rejection by the bull market support band and another double bottom. And it looked like it got bought up pretty good. So that's kind of what you're looking for, right? So if we go on the weekly, we wick down here. It's an interesting response. That might be promising there. So that might be interesting. Fat, below bull market, render. XRP Bitcoin is trying to get back above the bull market support band. We'll see what happens there. Bitcoin has actually been ripping. Bitcoin Cash is quite interesting. There's Atom, there's ADA, still quite far away. We might just need ADA to come down to this range here and get a bounce. As I was saying, same thing with ADA Dominance. Neo Bitcoin is looking like it wants to bottom. We could see a big run from Neo. Doge Bitcoin wants to bottom as well. Interesting. Crow Bitcoin, obviously we had this big run. It will most likely get rejected at the bull market support band, but we will have to see. Dot Bitcoin has been bleeding for eternity. Maybe it'll turn around, but it's going to at least have to get past the bull market support band. XTZ is trying to bottom as well. Interesting. So a lot of these are trying to bottom on the Bitcoin pair. That would be quite interesting. Now let's look at some of these other charts here. So obviously we'll start with Bitcoin here. What do we got going on? Bitcoin, I am thinking, needs to just get out of this megaphone pattern. It's trying to get out of it. Honestly, it sure seems like it's trying to get out of it. We also have this bull flag that's forming here in orange. Why do I have this open? Let me just get rid of this real quick. I've been messing around with this new RSI. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. But anyways, on the 4-hour chart here, at open, every time we get this big dump at the New York Open, literally every time the stock market opens, but it's moving back up. And if we can get above the 110, we have liquidity at the 110. So if I go to the liquidity heat map real quick and show the liquidity heat map, what do we got going on? We could pull back into this 108, even 107, but there's a lot of liquidity up here at 110 and even all the way up here almost at 111. If we zoom out even more, if we go to like the 3-day, there's a lot of liquidity up above that needs to be taken and will most likely get taken. If we go zoom out even more to like the 3-month, almost all the liquidity is up. So it looks like they're trying to grab this. Why I say they, I'm saying the market makers. 111K, majority in Binance. You can look at this. I think we're going to hit 111K not too far in the future. And I think that's going to, 111K is where, that would be a break out of this megaphone pattern. We have broke it one other time and came back into it. So this could just be a quick liquidity grab. We do have a bull market, a bull moon coming extremely soon as well. So if I open that, we have a bull moon happening Thursday. Is that today? Is today Thursday? What day is it? It is Wednesday, tomorrow. So we have a bull moon opening tomorrow, and we'll see if we get a big pop from that. We could finally break out of this, and then we just have the end boss. If I go zoom over here, final boss, we got to get past this 110, 300, and we got to close above 112, new all-time high. And that'll be the final boss defeated. So if we can make that big move soon, I think we're going to see a massive run. That's what we're kind of waiting for. Everyone's kind of holding their breath here. ETH looking good. We have final resistance here. It is above this moving average, which is kind of nice. Let me turn off the moon phases yet again. What else we got going on? SUI is trying to break through the bull market support bands as well. So if it can do that and stay above it, I think we'll see some nice big moves there. Crow is freaking ripping. If it's kind of retested the bull market support band, if it can get out of here, that'll be huge for SUI. XLM today is just freaking dominating, just ripping. I mean, today, we had a 20% move. I don't know if there was news, but yeah, that's a big move. We did also break this descending triangle, so maybe that's just why. If you draw this big line through all of this, you can see we've retested it 1, 2, 3, and the 4th time broke it. You know the stat, they say the 4th time is usually the best time. I just made that up randomly, but usually when you see the 4th try of against resistance, that can happen. H-bar looking good. It has the weekly close. It's above this descending wedge here, which usually is a very bullish structure. Ton back in the wedge. It needs to break out. Litecoin is fighting with support on the, what do I have this? Is this like the 250? What is this guy again? I forget. This is my own indicator and I still don't even know off the top of my head. What is this one? This is 350 day EMA. This is a big support / resistance line. If we can break above that, I think we'll see some very big numbers all the way up into the bull market support band. If we get above that, we're going to easily $100 and even higher. So that would be pretty cool. We have a bunch of support here as well. If we draw something, yeah, we have a bunch of support up here. Probably something like, if I draw like wicks to wicks, we've cleared those. And that's kind of some of the reason maybe here is we've kind of cleared up above here. We saw a move into the bull market support band. Litecoin needs to break that, and I think we'll see some big moves for Litecoin. Camel Finance indicator said the bottom was about 76. We're about 15% above that. I think we're going to pull out of that if we see these alts run. Solana, what do we got going on? Breaking out of this kind of wedge pattern here as well. Again, it's trying to get through the bull market support band. So very important. A lot of these currencies are at the break point, right? If we can get above this and break out of this bull market support band, we're going to see some big moves. They have a pump fund token coming sometime soon as well. I don't know what that's going to do to the market. They're trying to get 600 million raise funds for something. I don't know. XRP is broken above the bull market support band. It broke out of this descending wedge. There's probably some more support if I draw some lines. If I go wick to wick to wick to wick, we're above that. So that's that might be a big breakout for XRP. Again, I don't think XRP is going to hit $20 this cycle, but it could easily hit $5. So we'll see what happens there. That's a big breakout for XRP as well. ADA, what do we got going on? We pulled out of the bull flag. We have this descending wedge again, broken out. We have the bull market support bands, as I was saying up here. Bitcoin Cash is breaking into this channel potentially. The Camel Finance indicator says that we have a low right here. Basically, if we keep moving up, it'll pick that. ENS, again, needs to get through bull market support band. If we see that, we're going to see some big numbers. AVAX has been weak. AVAX has just been hanging out down here. Come on, load my bull market support band. What's going on here? There you are. We got rejected off this multiple times. We need to get above that to show any strength on AVAX. I do have some trades right now open. If you want to try out Bitunix, if you want to try out any leverage trades, I have some small leverage trades going on a couple different currencies. These are all the ones right here. Wild, Caddy is doing quite well. I'm going to close this a little bit higher. I have a leverage trade on Litecoin going right now. You can see we're at support. I have a dot trade open. I'm going to start closing some of these if they don't see some big movement. Neo, again, as I was saying, looking to break out. Virtuals was doing good, just pulled back. There is some support here that it needs to get out of this. Yeah, we got rejected off the 50% line. So Move, I have a trade open. It dumped as soon as I opened the trade. It's such a garbage token. I don't know why I even tried, but this token does see some just massive moves like out of nowhere. I feel like it's just all straight up manipulation. But yeah, that was a long video. That was a lot going on, but I wanted to hit a bunch of the altcoins. I wanted to talk about a lot of these. I wanted to talk about Bitcoin dominance and total market caps and a lot of stuff like that. Bonk finally pulling back after this massive run. Pengu maybe looking like it wants to bottom. It's above the bull market support band, which means it is strong. So interesting. We'll see what happens there. And crypto stocks are ripping. There's a little bit of pullbacks on some of them doing really good. Just depends on what you got going on. MicroStrategy is up today. Mara is up today. CLSK is up today. I doubled down on CLSK and Mara. Coinbase looking like it wants to move. SMLR is looking very nice after bottoming here in this daily single. I called this out on the channel at $27. I said, hey, if you want SMLR, get in here. Now's the time. And we're up 50% already. Riot rejected off resistance, maybe going to move. We'll see. Hive rejected at the bull market support band, but could continue to move up. You know, that's common. Sometimes you get rejected and then you got to move back up after. GME potentially doing some big things. We'll see. SILJ, a little bit green today, but we had a big dump yesterday. Bitfarms did a big move, now pulling back. That's normal. We have some moving averages here. We didn't quite make it to the bull market support, man. I thought we might make it there. CEP is looking like it wants to bottom sometime in here. I might double down on that. IREN looks like it wants to pull back a little bit and then keep going. This one's crazy. Bitmine Immersion down to $61, but this thing went up 3,600% and then now is pulling back 63%. I just opened a little bit at like $60, I think. Oh, right where it is right now. I just opened a position here. I missed this big run. Congratulations if you somehow got that. But they actually sold all their Bitcoin and went into Ethereum only, and then now are freaking ripping over that. I don't know, pretty crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I covered a lot. I wanted to go quickly because there was a lot I wanted to talk about, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, if you want to support the channel, I have indicators below, affiliate links for Market Cipher B, which you can see right here. If you want to try any trading, I got an affiliate link below. And if you want to try any leverage trading, you can feel free to use my link for Bitunix. Amazing exchange. If you just want to buy spot, feel free to use it as well. You get a nice discount on fees, I think for 3 months or 6 months or something like that. So if you want to purchase anything, it's a great exchange. You can even do the no KYC, so it's a little bit more private if you want to purchase anything in private without everyone knowing about it, like what happens on Coinbase. But anyways, that's it for the video. Again, Bitcoin's got to rip and get out of here, and it's some indecision today. Definitely some indecision. If it can break out of here, we're going to see some really big moves on a lot of coins. If we get rejected, we could see some pain for a little bit. So I don't know. I might close out half of my positions because I'm up in the profit in a lot of these for my leverage trades. So maybe I'll do that. And that's it for the video. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.